Hello friends, it's Mr. Davis. I have a short and sweet activity for you today. You just need a sheet of white paper. You can do more with this on more sheets, but you only need one sheet. If you have a pencil and a marker, that works great. Does not have to be a Sharpie. It could be just a dark marker or a pen. But I am going to show you how to 3Dify something today. So turn it three-dimensional. Two-dimensional are shapes that we work with in the class, so it could be squares, triangles, rectangles, but I am going to show you today how to turn some of those things 3D. This might be a challenge for some of you, but it's a fun little activity to try, and it helps us get better at drawing, and yeah, so tune along. So this works best with shapes with flat sides, so squares, rectangles, triangles, hexagons, octagons, pentagons, septagons, all that good stuff. So let's try it out. So start with a shape. It can be a very simple shape like a square. Let's do a square. If you have another shape in mind, it could be something a little more complicated like a heart. Okay. Let's do another flat one. So let's try a hexagon. So that starts with a top and a bottom, and then the sides are kind of triangular like that. So that's a hexagon, 6 sides. And let's make the hard one an octagon. So that's 8 sides. So if you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like a stop sign. And let's throw in a weird shape, just for good measure. So I'll just kind of make something with all sorts of things. Now, the secret to this exercise is you want to draw the exact same shape over again. You want to overlap. So if I were to overlap with this square, I would try and make it the exact same size and just kind of tilt it up and away. So I don't want it to be completely off my shape like over here, but I just want it to be up and over. So now that I have that, all I want to do is I want to connect the sides that go together, or connect the corners that go together, I should say. So this top left corner here, I'm just going to draw a connector line. This corner right here, I'm going to draw a connector line. This corner right here, draw a connector line. And don't forget this corner, draw a connector line. Let's try it with the other ones. So with the heart, I'm going to save that one. That one's going to be a little trickier. So the same thing here. I'm going to draw a hexagon over again. I want it to be the same size and shape. Like that. And this side, I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect these two. They're the same. Connect these two. Connect these two. Connect these two. Connect those two. Already it's starting to look more three-dimensional. Same thing with the octagon. So I'm going to do it up and over. You could also do it down and over, but this is a good way to start. Like that. So I want to connect the same corners here, 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 down here, over here, over here, and over here. Now the heart's going to be a little trickier, but I want you to try and draw the same size heart. And let's start with the bottom because that's a point. Let's start with this point that's right in the middle of the two round parts because that's a point. And then here you're just going to connect the edges of the heart like that. Let's try it with our goofy shape over here. So this one might be a little hard for me to draw again, especially since it's overlapping. Kind of looks a little like a violin. So I'm going to connect the same points. This one's making me a little dizzy. Like this. And connect the edge. There's no points to connect over here, so we don't need to worry about that. Now, here's the trick to making it look 3D. This looks great. This looks like an ice cube. I can see through the whole thing, but if I don't want to see through the whole thing and I just want to make it a 3D box, what I want to do is the shape that's in front, so the square that's in front, I want to go over all of those sides. Now, everything that's inside of the shape, I want to erase. Now I want to go over just the lines that are coming off of the square's corners. So this one right here would not count because it's not coming off of a corner, it's coming off of the side of the square. So I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to erase this line. I now have 3Dified a square to make it look like a box. Now actually, if you wanted to make it an open box, you would keep that line, but that's a little bit of a different exercise. So not keeping it, it looks like a closed box. Keeping it, it looks like an open box. So I'm going to do the same thing with my hexagon. I'm going to go over the lines that I made to start out with, the front hexagon, and I'm going to erase every line inside of it. And just the lines that are coming off of the corners, I'm going to do those, and I'm going to do the edges. And I'm going to make this a little bold here, because I feel like that side should be a little bold. Alright, now the heart. I'm going to do the front heart, leave the back heart alone. I'm going to erase all the lines inside of the front heart. Like this. I'm going to do just the lines coming off of the edges of the heart, like that. I'm going to do the lines that connect the back heart here. And sometimes you just have to erase a couple extra little lines. And the last one I'm going to do, or actually I'll try my squiggly one, but I'm going to do the octagon. So the front octagon, I'm going to go over it in marker. Again, erase all the lines inside of that front octagon. It's okay if there's some faded lines, we're going to color them. I'm going to do the lines coming off of my octagon edges. Go around the outside, like that. Erase any extra fuzzy lines, like that. Now let's try the weird shape. Just had to add a weird shape. So go around like this, do the front weird shape. I feel like it looks like a talking cello. So I'm going to erase the lines inside of the weird shape. I'm going to do the lines off of those edges, like that. And then I'm going to connect all the lines in the back. The harder the shape you do, the harder it is to make it 3D. So maybe just try the weird shapes after you've been practicing a little bit. But now that I have them, I can go into coloring them. Maybe the outside of the box, I do a marker orange. And maybe the inside, I do a crayon orange. Sometimes adding another color to part of your box too, to just one side, can make it look more 3D. So if I use blue and purple here, and I do purple for the front or the face of the hexagon. And I do blue for the sides. That shows you that they're different from the front, and sometimes that gives it a little of a 3D effect. I'm gonna do the heart with crayon. So I'll do the front pink. Actually, why don't I do the whole thing pink? Because crayon I can go right over top of with another crayon. Like that. Maybe I'll do nice blue, green, teal here for my octagon. Maybe I'll do it over the whole thing like I just did. And maybe I go over the edges with a purple. So that kind of darkens my blue. It doesn't make it a total purple, makes it a blue purple. A funky shape. Let's make it funky. Let's put my green for the front of the shape. And maybe use Sharpie marker for some parts of it. Maybe blue for other parts of it. There's lots of ways to make things look three-dimensional, like they stand up on their own. These are just a few, but hopefully they're helpful tips. And start practicing, start making some three-dimensional shapes if you're feeling brave and up to it. And definitely send me your pictures on Flipgrid. I can see it, your classmates can see them, and we can all comment on them too. So check out Flipgrid, send a little video of what you've created and maybe talk about it, and I will catch you next time.